In the years I've been working as a broker in Dubai, I've sat across from hundreds of buyers. Some of them have made life-changing decisions that have gone incredibly well. Others have came to me after making decisions that went very badly wrong, and they've asked me to help fix that mess. Now, in this video, I'm going to share the things that come up again and again, the things that investors wish they known before they bought. This is not data, no market stats. These are real conversations. And I want to be upfront about something before I start, because most of what I'm about to share is stuff that the industry does not want me to say, because a lot of it reflects poorly on how parts of this market operate. I'd rather you hear it from me honestly than learn it the hard way and make a 2 million dirham mistake. These are real patterns, real situations, and real things that I wish someone had told me when I started, and the real things that my clients tell me when they wish they'd known before they'd picked up the phone to whoever called them first. Now, lesson 1. Research the developer and not just the project. This is the single biggest mistake that I see. Someone gets sent a brochure, it has stunning renders, beachfront location, has a flexible payment plan, they get excited and they buy, without ever asking the most important question. Is this project right for me, in the right location with the right supply picture around it? I once had a client come to me. He was a serious guy. He knew exactly what he wanted. He'd done his homework on Dubai generally. The problem wasn't the developer. It was the agent that sold him the project. Perfectly credible developer, a very decent building, but it was the completely wrong product for his goals. It was the wrong location for the wrong rental yield that he needed. It was the wrong unit type for his budget horizon. It was a classic case of an agent who needed to close a deal and he sold him whatever was on their list rather than what was actually right for him. Now, this guy, he called me in a panic. We had a sit down, we went through everything and we worked out a plan. What we actually did is we cancelled the purchase, which takes a lot of work, but it is possible in certain circumstances. And we repositioned him into something that actually matched what he was trying to achieve. That client, he went on to do very, very well. And I know that because 2 weeks ago, he came back from me and he bought again. Now, this is what the business should look like. It's not a transaction, it's a result. So here's what you need to do before you commit to anything. Make sure that the person advising you actually understands your goals. They understand your budget, your timeline, whether you want a rental yield or a capital appreciation, whether you're planning to live in it or invest. If your broker can't answer those questions back to you clearly before they send you a single listing, you have to find another broker. The renders will always be beautiful. The payment plan will always sound flexible. What matters is whether the product is right for you specifically. Now, lesson 2, stop using 10 agents. This is one that I see consistently and it drives me absolutely mad because it hurts the buyer every single time. Here's what happens. Someone decides to buy in Dubai. They speak to every agent under the sun and every agent they can find. They're in 10 different WhatsApp groups. 10 brokers are sending them completely different listings. 10 people are calling them with amazing opportunities, and they think more options, better chance of finding the right deal, right? It's wrong. It's completely wrong. Here's the reality. The best deals in Dubai, the genuine distressed deals, the good developer incentive packages, the units haven't even hit the open market yet. Go-to buyers, their broker trusts, and that can move fast. When a broker has a seller who needs to exit quickly, they will call their one reliable buyer, not the person who's been shopping around with 15 different agents. I actually had this happen to me directly. A client of mine, we've been working together for around about 2 years. We've done 3 deals together, and I know exactly what he's looking for. I had a genuine distressed unit that came available with a massive discount in a very good community that he wanted. I called him first. He said yes within an hour, and the deal was done. The deal never appeared on Property Finder. It never went to any other agent. He got it because I knew him and I trusted that he would make that move. The buyer that's using 10 different agents they didn't even know it existed. And there's a specific problem with this in off-plan. If you're dealing with multiple brokers on the same developer project, brokers will start to compete against each other for your attention by telling you whatever you want to hear rather than what's actually true. You'll end up getting pulled in 10 different directions, given contradictory information, and making a decision based on noise rather than facts. You need to find one broker, build the relationship with them, trust them, and the relationship is worth more than any individual deal you'll ever make. Lesson 3, people buying in the wrong area for the right reasons. What I actually mean is they go to a launch event, the developer puts on an incredible show, champagne, renders on the screen, salespeople making you feel like you're being offered something crazily exclusive, and people buy in the excitement of that moment rather than in the cold light of the data. I've had clients buy in communities that looked incredible, it looked amazing on the brochures, but it turned out to be surrounded by 12,000 other units being delivered in the same 12-month window. I've covered JVC and Arjan on this channel for exactly this reason. The individual project can be fine, but the developer can be credible. But if the supply picture around that community is overwhelming, your exit is hard. Your rental income will suffer and your capital appreciation is slow at best. Now, the question that you really do need to be asking yourself before you buy, and I ask this on every single deal that I work on, how many similar units are being delivered in this postcode in the same 12 months as mine? That one question changes everything. Because if you're not buying just a unit, you're buying into a market. And if that market is also being flooded, your asset is competing against hundreds of identical options the moment you want to rent it out or sell it. The answer to this is go on DXB Interact or Property Monitor. It takes 5 minutes, but you need to do it. Lesson 4, understanding the real cost of ownership before you sign anything. I also did a video previously on this. It's the real cost of buying a property in Dubai, so I'm not going to repeat everything here, but the pattern I keep seeing is the buyers who focus entirely on the purchase price and the payment plan, and they completely forget about what comes after. Service charges. Every single year, you're going to have 15 to 25,000 dirham on a standard apartment. You'll have building insurance. If you're paying out rent, you'll have management fees, maintenance, void periods between tenants. I had one buyer come to me once. He already owned a unit. He'd owned it for around about 2 years, and he couldn't understand why his yield was lower than what he expected. We sat down, we went through the numbers, and he had no idea what his service charge was. He never factored in a multiplicity fee. He was managing it himself and spending the weekends dealing with tenant issues. When we worked out his real net yield after all of these costs, he was about half of what he'd been telling himself that he was getting. This is not to put you off investing at all, but the numbers are still excellent in Dubai real estate compared to anywhere else in the world. But it's very important that you need to know the real numbers and not just the headline ones. Lesson 5, do not panic sell. Dubai has had market events, incredible ones. The 2008 crash, COVID in 2020, the Iran conflict, which is going on right now. Every single time, a proportion of investors, they panic and they sell at the worst possible moment, locking in those losses that the market then recovers, and within 12 to 18 months, it's fine again. The people who bought in Q2 2020, when everyone else was terrified, they went on to see over 200% returns by 2024. The people who panic sold during COVID crystallized their losses and then watched the market recover without them owning anything. Again, I had a client call me during the early days of the Iran conflict earlier this year. He was genuinely scared. He wanted to sell immediately. We sat down. I didn't tell him what to do because that's not my job, but we did look at the data together. Physical price had barely moved. The DFM fell hard, but bricks and mortar is not a stock. It doesn't reprice in a day. He held on, and the right decision was him. But having a broker who would actually sit down and look at the data with him rather than just process a panic sale, it made a difference with him. Property in Dubai, in my opinion, it rewards patience. And the people who win here are not the ones that every single time move perfectly, but they are the ones who buy quality assets in strong locations with good developers and they hold onto them. And this brings me to the last thing, and it's probably the most personal one, but I'm going to share it anyway. Dubai's brokerage industry is cutthroat. I say it as someone who works in it. There are a lot of people in this industry who are purely focused on the commission. These are brokers who will sell you whatever they need to get a deal across the line, collect their fee, and move on to the next person. They also disappear once the contract is signed. I knew this going in, but I didn't think I fully understood how much it mattered until I started seeing the consequences. Buyers who had been sold projects that clearly didn't fit their needs, investors who had been put into communities that I wouldn't have recommended to anybody, people who had been given selective information designed to close rather than an informed decision. Now, the relationship that I have with my clients is completely different to that. Most of my serious investors, I've been out for dinner with them. I know their families, I know their financial goals, I know what keeps them up at night, and we don't have a transactional relationship. We have a very, very long-term one. And that changes absolutely everything about how I advise them, because my success is completely tiered on their success. Now, when a client makes a bad investment, it reflects directly on me. It's not just a feeling, it's the reality of how I've built this. My clients come back for second deals, third deals, fourth deals. They'll refer me to their family and friends. That only happens if the first deal was a genuine right deal for them. So when you're choosing a broker in Dubai, ask yourself, does this person actually know me? Do they understand what I actually need? Are they asking the right questions, or are they just sending random listings? And critically, what happens after the deal is closed? Because that's when you find out who your broker really, really is. I've been in this market long enough to have seen people build real wealth through Dubai property. I've also been in it long enough to have helped people fix real mistakes. The difference between those two outcomes almost always comes down to the same things: research, patience, the right area, and having someone in your corner who actually gives a damn about the results. Now, if you're looking to buy in Dubai and you want to have a conversation with someone who will tell you the honest picture, not just what you want to hear, fill out the form in the description below and let's talk. Please also do like this video and subscribe if it was useful. Again, it genuinely does help me keep making content like this. And as always, I'll see you on the next one.